History and English. I think I liked English because I really liked the group of English teachers that were at Central. Miss Garness comes to mind, and I've remembered her all of these years. I just ran into Mr. Parrish. I don't know if anyone remembers Mr. Parrish. I ran into him just very recently for the first time in 20 years, and he just had both of those teachers had an impact on me and got me interested in reading and that sort of thing, and the same with my history teachers, especially Mr. Putnam. I went on to major in college in history because of the interest that was generated in me by those teachers who really cared about the subject matter and who made it interesting.
Well, being the person I was back then, I liked all my classes. I didn't have a favorite. They were all good classes. Algebra and geometry I liked a lot. Bruce Amundsen. Putnam, I never had him, but my daughters have him over at West now.
I always liked Putnam for history. He was kind of laid back and some large vocabulary. It was always fun to talk to him, and he seemed to get along good with the kids. Other than that, 30 years is getting to be a long time to remember what classes are.
I think I liked the shop class up there we used to go to and sit there and watch out that window, watch them build a concourse. That's what I remember.
My favorite class is mechanical drawing, probably. Teacher was Mr. Ackman. Wireless was fun to do. It was interesting. It was different.
All my classes were really fun. My college prep classes were a lot of fun, hanging out with Pat, Rhonda, and some of the other people. I had a great time.
My favorite teacher was Mrs. Walker. I've seen her a couple times because she always let me get away with things, and she always signed notes for me saying that I had excuses, so I liked her.
Mr. Mason was one of my favorite teachers because he helped me go to Mexico City, which was a trip that I wouldn't forget.
Mrs. Lyons, I think she was the English teacher. Mrs. McCormick, she's a great choir teacher.
I remember the choir room on 4th floor. And what I remember about the choir room was the choir teacher, whose name I can't remember now. I'm sorry, who?
Miss Mack.
Miss Mack would spit when she talked, and she would wave her arms as she was instructing us as to what to be doing, and spit would be flying out all over.
Miss Mack was my favorite teacher, the music, Miss McCormick, and I'll remember her forever.
Walker and Ryan, of course. You know, I was big into the Fayette, and those are the people that really. And I don't know what her name was, but the typewriting teacher, she was an older lady. She really taught me how to learn how important typewriting or using the typewriter was. So those are the teachers I think I really remember.
I didn't have a lot of favorite classes.